So what I'd like to share with you is a concept, okay, that all tremendously, like ultra successful people are utilizing, okay, and it's really not that complicated. How many here would like to hit 100,000 per year in income online? Is that a big number? Okay, is that a big number? Is anybody think that $100,000 per year doing what we're doing? You know, you can be selling books, you can be promoting whatever the product that you promote, you can be building a team, you can be selling your own product, right? How many of you think that $100,000 is a lot in this day and age? So if we're not aiming for at least that, there is no reason, okay? How many of you think that is big? And be honest, okay, just be honest, right? Look, I used to think that is huge. In fact, I used to think that it's impossible, okay? And I think, you guys, so I was able to go from promoting other people's products to developing things. I'm not going to bore you with my story. It's not important. I want to talk to you about you, okay? Because you're not here to hear my story. It's whatever. It's my story. I mean, we ran campaigns that generated, you know, like over 500,000 people into a funnel within like 3 months, right? Of actually launching it. You know, promoted programs where we had our system generated like tens of millions of dollars for other companies, okay? It's because understanding the systematic way of approaching your marketplace. So number one, okay, what do you think? Tell me, and just be upfront with me. What do you think is the first component, okay, if I was to aim for hitting $100,000, which is, well, first of all, is I got to do the math, right? What is $100,000? So if I do $100,000 in a year, okay, divided by 12 months, that's $8,333, okay? So right there, I'm just going to put this star right here, okay? Okay? That's per month. Now, what is it per day? Okay, divided by 30. Okay, that's $277 per day. See, a lot of people confuse, a lot of people just, they're standing in their own way of success. It's 277. Okay, what is it? 77, right? Per day. So, a lot of people, from what I see, okay, with working with a lot of people, we can stand in our own way, all right, of reaching that. Because if we think in terms of like, okay, if we think in terms of $100,000, that can be unfathomable. It's a lot. Our mind just shuts down. We're like, okay, I can't even think about it. I can't comprehend it. I don't see how I'm going to get there, right? So what really helped me is initially scale down, right? So scale down concept is important. So number one is scale down, whatever your goal is. You can be 100,000 a year, scale it down to monthly, scale it down to daily, scale it down to per hour if you need to, okay? I wouldn't recommend per hour. I would recommend scaling it down to maybe like, you know, chunks of the day, right? So maybe before noon and then afternoon, PM, okay? Now, when I look at this, okay, now, do you see how this can be doable, like really doable? How many of you right now, when you look at this, you're like, this is actually possible. Like, I don't want you to start believing in it, like 100%, but I want you to go from like, it's virtually almost impossible, seems impossible, to like, you know what, I think I can do it. Because this could be one sale, right? I mean, it could be just one sale. Maybe it can be a couple sales, okay? Maybe this could be just one sale. See what I'm saying? So I don't need to own the product necessarily, but I've got to make sure that I have this component number one, okay, which is make a decision. Okay? I got to make a decision that I'm going to go for it. Okay? I'll tell you a secret. You all want to know the secret? The secret is this. Most people don't make it. Why? Because they never decided to make it. So, make a decision part. Okay, unless I decide. So what is make a decision? Okay, it goes a lot. You know, we talk about there's the internal communication that happens, right? And internal communication. I'm not going to make a decision if I don't understand this. See what I'm saying? Like, I can make a decision consciously, but it's got to be unconscious. Okay, unless I become so convinced that, you know what, I need to do this. So what is a decision for me? Why? Okay. Why? Do you even need 100,000 or whatever that amount is? Okay, do you even need this? Okay, do the math, figure out what exactly it's going to do for you, have something that's intangible that you can attach to. Like I said, to me in the beginning, I was selfish. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Because you cannot save the world. You cannot be, this big giant helper or this, contributor to the world in many ways unless you understand how to solve your financial challenges. Anybody agree with that? Especially in business. But here's the thing. If you endorse a product that you believe in, my think is that I need to do everything in my power, okay? That's moral and ethical, to get into as many people's hands as possible that are ready for it, right? So I cannot be casual about it. I cannot be like, if I'm convinced, like, you know what I mean? This is nothing but a scorecard. This becomes nothing but a scorecard, okay? So the why. What else do you think is important here in making a decision? If you're just joining us, we're talking about how do you engineer $100,000 online. Okay, that can be per month or per year. Heck, it can be per day. Okay, I've generated campaigns that brought in the biggest one generated $1 million, close to $1 million in about 18 hours. I've generated campaigns before that generated over $1 million in sales on a monthly consistent basis. Didn't get to keep all of that money, but I got to keep a little bit of it. But that goes to show you that what I'm going to walk you through here, it's important stuff. Okay, it's important if you want to succeed. Now, people that are casual about this right here, okay, people that are casual about this will never make it. It's almost like you got to declare to the world, man. It's like, dude, I've decided this is mine. You got to claim it, and nothing else exists. Like nothing else really. There's no you're so convinced that you're gonna get it. You're so convinced, okay? You can see it, you can taste it, you can smell it, okay? The next thing is this is like where it gets sexy, okay? But unless I've committed here, I'm not gonna do the second part, which is this. I'm gonna put it up. Number 2, a system. Okay? Now this is an interesting thing. And a lot of people are not, like, a lot of people don't understand it. They think system is when somebody's making the sales for me. That's part of it. There's 2 systems that we need to have, okay? 2 things, okay? There's 2 systems that we need to have. So number one, when it comes to systems, okay, I need to have a system that will help me become a person that will be worthy of generating this right here. Does that make sense? So everything is going to come together. It's very, very important, okay? So I need to have a training system. Why is the training system important? A lot of people are not focusing on this, and they should. Let me tell you why. How many people here watching this, right? And you want to be able to control your economy. You know what the big fallacy right now in our space, and you probably all heard about it, especially if you're an internet entrepreneur, right? Affiliate marketer. The big fallacy is this. You don't do anything. You work 3 hours a week. Heck, you work 30 minutes a day. You just check your email and you just send an email. Take you 30 minutes a day. You go out there, you do whatever you want, right? You drink, you have fun, you go hang out, and money just rolls in. Have you seen that? Now, is that sexy? Yeah, man. A lot of people are joining it. However, is that something that is helping you long term? There is a short-term gratification possibly, right, in our mind that we can be like, this is attractive, and when you fork out the money to join something, okay, and then for the first day you're like super fired up. For the first week you're like, dude, this is cool because you get this gratification in your head, right? This endorphin, these endorphins flying, rushing in, right? You're like, dude, you feel good because you just made an investment, you just joined something. This is a brand new start, but you don't learn this right here. You don't have this. You just focus on somebody else to handle things for you. Okay, you are going to get hurt. How many of you can attest to that right now? Okay, how many of you can attest that what I'm telling you right now, maybe you've experienced? Okay, write this down. Write this down. Never ever depend on anybody for your marketing, okay, and for building your business. Never. And here I am, the guy, that creates systems telling you this. I want you to understand the reality of what's going on and how to make it. The reality. The reality is this. You've got to learn the game, and you've got to become a person worthy of this. Okay? So what do you learn? Okay? You learn a couple things. On the training system, okay, you learn, you develop yourself, and you learn skills. That's it. That's it. Every single day. Somebody says, you know what, your income producing activity should be just marketing, 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 marketing. Wrong. Your income producing activity, part of it is developing yourself. Okay? What goes into developing yourself? Does it take a long time? No. 1 hour a day. If you don't have 1 hour a day to work on your personal self-improvement, you ain't got life, man. Like, we're talking about changing your life. How many of you think that realistically, if I can help you get to $100,000 a year, if I can get you this to a monthly, if I can show you and you really understand, something clicks inside, and you're like, dude, I can do it. I really can. I can, right? And you see how you can get it. So number one, you guys, okay? For me, that's important. Expand your thing, because it's not only for your benefit, it's for your marketing, because people are attracted to visions, okay? Do you think guys like Sir Richard Branson, Elon Musk, why does Warren Buffett reads, for 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day? Crazy, something like that, right? Why do all these, these thought leaders and huge entrepreneurs, they read? They just read, they just feed themselves. Why? Right? Because it's important. They're developing themselves. So next, okay, I want to develop my skills. Okay? What are the skills? Look, I'm going to tell you, for like 80%, 90% of what, heck, 96% of everything that you buying, like I was, you don't need. You don't need. 96% of everything you're buying, you don't need. Here's what I need. Skills. What are you promoting? Somebody tell me, what are you promoting? Somebody tell me if it's an informational product, or if it's an e-commerce product, or if it's like a physical product. Okay? So check it out. You take a look at what you promote. Identify what are your key levers in your business model. Okay? So for informational products, for example, okay? Info marketing, which is the industry that I'm in teaching, right? I can apply this to anything. What do I need? I need to focus on inflow. All right. I need to create an attraction. Okay. So I need to create, again, I'm trying to explain this to you that would be really, really simple. So in other words, I need to pull people into my front door. Okay. You know what? Let's call it like this. Really, really simple, in really simple terms. I'm gonna focus on traffic to promo site. Okay, traffic to promo site. When I'm talking about traffic, okay, I don't need to overcomplicate this thing. I need to go for the best. Write this down. Do not be cheap, okay, when you're trying to build your business. I'll tell you guys a secret. A lot of people are looking for the cheapest traffic source available, okay? The cheapest traffic. Maybe you can't afford it. Maybe, your situation like that. It might hurt you more than help you. Okay, if you go for the cheapest, it might be more expensive for you long term. Okay, so a little secret for you: don't be cheap when you're trying to build something great. With traffic, don't get fooled by thinking that, hey, just if traffic is is cheap, if I can get 5-cent visitors, then I just need to jam my site with those 5-cent visitors. If it does not work, stop doing it. Okay. With traffic, it's really, really simple. I need to focus on quick traffic methods. Okay. I need to focus on. Let me do this. Okay. Here are the main channels for traffic, but don't get overwhelmed. I'm just going to paint the big picture here for you. Okay. By the way, we're going to be releasing this, and it's coming up. It's coming up real soon here. Okay. Really, really simple. Okay. Email traffic. I'm gonna touch a little bit about each one of those. Okay. Display traffic. Okay. We've got Facebook traffic, which is important. I'm talking about paid. Okay. These are the traffic sources that work right now. Okay. Instagram traffic. Okay. Now, what I need to do though, look, what I need to do is I need to say, okay, what are going to be my skill sets? Okay, if I want to become great, if I want to do this, it's really, really as simple as, you know, pointing your finger and say, okay, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to become great at that, and forget everything else for a moment, for a time, right, until you really master one thing, and then just add to it, like a Lego piece, right? Just boom, 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 add to it. And then with what I'm going to show you with systematizing this thing, you can really create a giant machine. You won't be able to stop it even if you wanted to. So check it out. That's not everything though yet, right? We got Twitter. Twitter is going through some turbulence right now, but they're still a big major player right now, okay? There's Twitter ads you can dabble into, okay? Now we've got YouTube. My goodness, this is, okay, YouTube traffic. Huge, virtually untapped territory right now, okay? We've got, let's see, mobile traffic. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Of course, we've got pay-per-click. Okay, the big gorilla. Okay, what else we've got? We've got content, right? Okay, what else? Of course, there is retargeting. Can't forget retargeting. Okay, there is a big thing, you guys. It's called influencer traffic. Huge. Okay, so I can go. Okay. If you know what, you know, how to tap into this, which again, we'll train you if you want, okay? By the way, how many of you guys would like to learn all this stuff? Like, or at least have access to all this? Be like, dude, if I could have that in my arsenal, and I'm talking about this kind of stuff that's not like, you know, that worked 3 years ago. Literally, who is the best? I'm not the best in Instagram, okay? I'm not the best in Instagram. I'm really good here. I'm really good here, okay? Pretty good here. Okay, really good here, okay, really good here, really good here, okay, and really good in some other things like, for example, systems, okay, systems traffic master, okay, systems traffic, okay. Then we've got, and we got some stuff I can't share with you yet, okay, but 4%ers you guys will learn, okay. So check it out. If you had a choice and you would be like, okay, what do I want to learn? Okay, it can be overwhelming if you think you need to learn everything. But you know what the cool part is? Point your finger. Do you like to surf Instagram all day long? Go to Instagram, learn. Okay, so what we say we're gonna do is, you know, say, okay, in 4%, we're gonna bring who is the best in the world. There's a lot of small fish, there's a lot of pretenders, there's a lot of echoes out there trying to train people on how to do Instagram traffic. They got no clue what they're doing. 12 traffic sources or 12 traffic generating streams, okay, that you can tap into and get tons of traffic from. Each one of these can make you a millionaire in by itself. So influencers traffic, I'm talking about networks of people that you can get introduced to tap into other people's platforms, such as Instagram, such as Facebook, such as display, such as email, right? And you can start here. By the way, we're going to be tapping, you guys are going through the Operation 100K in 4% right now. We're going to be, I think it's module 11 or 12 coming up. We're going to be tapping into this right here. You're going to start learning about influencers traffic. Crazy idea. So people that are saying, you know what, traffic is not, you know, it's something that's like, I cannot learn, I cannot do this, or I cannot do, you know, that. I'm here to tell you, it's the easiest thing. Okay, but you've got to make a decision. Okay, and you've got to make a decision to develop your skill set by learning this first skill, which is traffic generation, from somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay, if you're buying courses right now, and deep down you're like, I don't really know. Okay, I would suggest stop buying them, because you'll probably end up spending more money, and misinformation or wrong information is more expensive, okay, than the premium level course that you were putting off to buy. The next thing that your skill sets, okay, is influence and persuasion. Okay, we said, look, who is the best in the world today? Not 10 years ago, not 5 years ago, not somebody who wrote a book 10 years ago, right? Who is the best in the trenches, doing it, not a guru on a high horse, telling you what to do, but who is literally out there doing it right now that has the results and proof to back it up in the area of traffic generation. Now, who is the best at Facebook? Who is the best here, right? And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to deliver that to the marketplace. Now, what's going to happen is, because of the power, look, 4 million visitors in 3 days is what's possible to deliver here. I can become a millionaire just off of this alone, right? But then I can expand it. Now I'm getting the information. I don't need to focus on all of this, 96%, okay? I don't need to worry about, is this guy teaching me right or wrong, or if he's doing, you know, what he's talking about. I know I'm getting the most potent information, and if I just put this blinders on and say, you know what, for the next 30 days, I'm going to master, just 30 days. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to overwhelm yourself. Just for the next 30 days, I'm going to focus on traffic generation. And you know what? I'm going to focus on mastering, maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's email, maybe whatever traffic source. But pick one. Make sense? Pick one. The reason that you're failing is because you're trying to do everything. Okay, so skill number one is traffic generation. Yep, you got it? So look. Ah, man. I'll tell you. How many of you guys here are just? I'll do a shameless plug, okay? Because I know what I'm going to tell you. How many of you right now, you are not part of the 4%? You're not a part of the 4%. Not yet, okay? What I would encourage you is create yourself a free account. Just don't, like, you can do whatever you want, but since it doesn't cost you anything, wouldn't you think it would be an idea for you to at least check it out, right? Because what we wanted to do is this. Look, I'm not the best at everything, okay? The reason we wanted to create the 4% is we said, look, what do you need to be successful, okay? With all the garbage, like 96% of people, of everything that people are buying, including you don't need to buy. You can save yourself a whole bunch of money, focus on the key elements that will really make the difference and move the needle for you, okay? So who is the best, okay? Now, as I'm learning this, check it out. As I'm learning this, right, I've got to have this going as well, because as I'm getting people here, I need to become more influential, don't I? Okay, I need to learn persuasion. The world's highest success, or, well, okay, let me put it like this. The world's top performers in business, okay, the world's elite earners, okay, people that are super successful financially, especially in business, they all have one thing in common. One thing, okay? They are all masters at persuasion, okay? This thing is not optional. It's not optional. I'm going to tell you why. Because you're in people's business, okay? You're in people's business. You need to understand this persuasion thing, because if you're getting traffic to something that you don't even own or control, like maybe an affiliate site, and you don't take the time to do this right here, see this piece right here is missing from a lot of the companies. Why? Because they want to keep you captive, man. You know what I mean? They want to keep feeding you stuff so that you can keep buying on that stuff. You keep buying stuff. You never take the time to develop the real business, which is what? What's the real business? Tell me. What's the real business in your business? Is that the product? No, that's not. Is that your marketing system, your real business? No, it's not. The real business in your business is you, okay? It's me. So let's talk about this, okay? Influence and persuasion, okay? So there are key elements in business, you guys, that, again, you don't need to learn a lot. Let's say if I pick, okay, Instagram traffic, okay? Let's just say that, because this is like huge right now. It's booming trend right now. Everybody's is trying to master it. There's courses being launched out left and right from Instagram. Most of them are garbage, by the way. But if I want to master this and I say, okay, 30 days, okay, I'm going to dedicate. I'm gonna go through. Maybe I got an Instagram training or something, right? If you guys are in 4%, we're gonna have this coming out literally from Tim, the guy that's the best in this world. Okay. Now, another thing that I do is I spend about an hour a day learning this right here. Okay, just like it's actually part of developing yourself, but it's also a skill set. It's influence and persuasion. It's communication. Okay, it's the ability to be able to present your message. It's the ability to write an email. It's the ability to communicate in print, in writing, in text, in webinars, in different platforms, depending on what you're doing. Okay, it's really, really, really important. So again, going back to the 4% idea, we said, okay, who is the best? Am I the best trainer on influence? Not really. I know it. I paid a lot of money to learn it, but I'm not the best. So who is the best in the world? And we brought that person in, right? And so we're going to be bringing that, you know, that training as well. What else do you need? Okay. What else? What's a third skill set? Okay. The third skill set that you need to master, okay, is automation. Okay, in my skill sets category here. Okay, make sense? Automation. So I need to understand, how do I, whatever is working as I'm getting traffic, as I create my communication method, how do I automate my entire thing? And it's a skill. Okay, that ultimately, if I want to have that freedom, what this will allow me to do is it will allow me to plug in any product that I'm promoting on the back end of that funnel, and my income never stops. My income never stops. If that product goes away tomorrow, or that company goes away tomorrow, okay, something happens, I just plug something else, okay, because I know what it takes to really run a business. Make sense? Now, second thing, okay, training systems. That's training systems. Okay, so you've got to have a solid training system that you focus on building you. Okay, number two is selling system. Okay, a selling system. So it's still under the systems category here. Okay, I'm going to do it like this to make it easy. If you guys want, we can break this down into like a couple parts. Okay, this is system. So number one is marketing. I'm going to do it like this, okay? Or not marketing, excuse me, make a decision. Number two is systems. That's the three components, okay? So selling system, good. That's cool. Okay, so selling systems, okay, check this out, okay? When I think of a selling system, okay, I think of this. You got your front end, okay? You got your front end, you got your center, okay, your core, if you will, okay, and then you got your back end, okay. This, okay, this is typically like a funnel, if you will, okay. So if you picture, you know, a lot of people coming in. You got your front end here, okay. This would be your core right here. Okay, this would be your back end. Okay. So what I want to do, okay, is I want to have this. First of all, I want to have a selling system that would be automated. Okay. Second thing, I want a selling system that would be resistance free, point of entry. Okay, resistance free point of entry, and then I want to have multiple streams of income. You've got to have it, man. You've got to have it. Okay, Bob Proctor talks about it. His M3 systems, okay, or his M3 income. You've got to have it. Okay, so when you're creating automation, okay, for your selling system, this can be something as very simple as an autoresponder automation. Okay, if you're building a team, it can be a replicated system. It's got to have a resistance-free point of entry. In my opinion, is really. I mean, we've created systems that, you know, some, like for example, some systems or some funnels, okay, on the front end, you know, we led with like a $497 product straight up and convert really, really well. So it's going to depend on what you promote, what your marketplace is, what's going on in the marketplace, you know, what's going on in the world at the time that you're promoting this, all that good stuff, right? We also promoted something that, you know, that was a low end, you know, front end. What we wanted to do right now, you guys, is this. You know, typically, when it comes to a system, okay, or when it comes to like promotional funnels, okay, what you will see in the marketplace right now is that a lot of funnels are designed. Maybe they get you in for $1, $5, $7, whatever. Maybe it's on a trial basis or something like that. Okay, And then it's really useless, okay, unless you upgrade, okay? And that's cool, that works for a lot of people. What we wanted, I'll just tell you what works the best for us, okay? What works the best for us is what we're doing right now with the 4%. And that is this. Resistance-free point of entry. It doesn't even cost people a dime to get in, okay? It's literally free. No credit card required, okay? Now, what we wanted to do is we wanted to deliver, okay? We wanted to make sure that that person coming in, okay, they will have a few things, okay? They will have a world-class training, okay? So they'll have a training system right here, okay? They would also have a selling system, okay, that can get them started, help them hit the ground running, okay, without them having to create anything. And we also wanted to get him plugged in, okay, to a community, okay, very, very important. We want to make sure that when he gets in, okay, this is what works for us. Your market might be different, whatever you're doing might be different, okay? Let me tell you the secret behind this. If you just take a look at what's going on in the marketplace, okay, this is like a very, very simple idea that, you know, if you constantly keep in the back of your mind as you're doing your funnels, your promotions, might work really well for you, okay? You take a look at what everybody else is doing, and then you listen to your heart, and then you go into your head, and you put together a strategy like that $8,333 per month is my scorecard. How can I focus on giving this person an experience, okay? And how do I win him over? Win him over is the new name of the game here. You cannot keep people captive. Those days are over. You cannot make people do things that they don't want to do. Those are over, okay? You know what I mean? So what works for us right now is we said, okay, I want to deliver to this guy more value, getting him plugged into all these things to help him hit the ground running within the next 24 hours or within the next 48 hours or within the next 7 days at the most, so that he can start believing that, you know what he got in here for actually works and helps him get result, okay? So that when he is following around all these other guys, and I want to educate him to make sure that he understands what it really takes to build a business while I help him build a business, right? And so the name of the game here, you guys, is be authentic. Is be authentic. In your marketing, like, we don't attract people that don't resonate with this message. The people that are looking for push button riches, they don't get attracted to us because we tell them like it is. By being authentic, you will attract people that will want to work with you, and your life is going to be so much easier. Here's the thing. Every successful entrepreneur, especially online, okay, they have multiple streams of income, okay? Multiple streams of income. This is where you can get paid. Where you can get paid from multiple channels, okay, by multiple companies. So when I thought about this, right, I'm like, okay, what works now? Okay, what works now? When you take a look at every successful entrepreneur, okay, when I got started about 2009 or so, 2010, I came across this multiple streams of income concept, right, to where I could get paid from multiple companies by doing one single activity. By doing what I'm doing anyways, right? I'm promoting a product, but but I can get paid from multiple channels by default. And then we started to systematize that. And so we started to create, systems within the 4% that includes multiple streams of income. Okay? I think right now we're up to like 9 or 10 different streams of income. Those guys who are members of the 4% Pro level, you can get yourself those. You can get those activated, right? And you'll be good to go. But think about it like this, though. Okay, if you're promoting a company or a product, can you create a system, okay, that might be able to allow your people to plug in whatever income streams that you have there, and those affiliate commissions just get passed on to them. Okay, selling systems is important. The reason that I'm so big on systems, you guys, is because it's eventually, when you get big enough, okay, when you get big enough, your people will be attracted to something that is real and legitimate, okay? So I'll tell you what we do right now. We don't endorse any business opportunity, okay? We don't endorse it. We don't endorse anything or any message that says, you know what, don't do anything, go to the beach, hang out, and become successful. That's garbage. It doesn't work, okay? We don't endorse anything that sets people up for disappointment later, okay? What we do is we say, okay, how can we focus on the top training, okay? And then delivering or creating a system, a selling system that would have all these main components in there, okay? And then thing number 3, okay, is, let's see, can you read that? Thing number 3, let me see. Can you all read that on the bottom? Okay, is execution. Okay, execution and scale. Okay? So, man, that's a lot.